Namaskar. In this video, let's see about Karadaiyan Nombu. Karadaiyan Nombu is also called as Savitri Viradam or Gauri Viradam. It is popular Tamil festival celebrated during the time of Meena Sankranti. This celebration marks the end of Tamil month Mashi and the beginning of month Panguni, that is mid of March month. Karadai is the name of an offering or Naivedyam specially prepared on this day, whereas Nombu means Viratham or fast. Fasting is an important ritual on the day of Karadaiyan Nombu. Married women observe a fast from the day begins. Women break their Viratham after completing the puja rituals by eating the unique Karadai preparation with unmelted butter. The puja of Karadaiyan Nombu is performed at the specific time when Masi Maha month ends and the month of Pangula just begins, that is mid of March month. A special Naivedya is prepared and is known as Karadai Nombu Adai. As per the mythological story, it is stated that Savitri prepared this special dish and offered it with unmelted butter to Lord Yama, the Hindu god of death, as a thanksgiving gesture for returning the life of her husband Satyavan. Women on this day worship goddess Gauri and offer the Karadaiyan Nombu Naivedya to please the goddess. Special mantras are chanted at the time of offering the Karadai to goddess Gauri. The Tamil sloka which is recited during the time of Naivedya is உருகாத வெண்ணையும் ஓர் அடை நெய்வேத்தியம் ஒரு காலம் என் கணவன் என்னை பிரியாதிருக்க வேண்டும். The English meaning of this sloka is I am serving you the adai with unmelted butter. Not even a second my husband should leave me. After the puja rituals, women tie a sacred yellow cotton thread for the well-being of their husband. This sacred yellow thread is known as Manjal Charadu or Nombu Charadu. Married women observe Vertha for good health and longevity of their husband, whereas unmarried girls observe it for getting good husband. The dish prepared on this day is called Karadai Nombu Adai. Karadai is made of roasted rice flour, grated coconut, soaked and cooked white kidney beans, boiled water and jaggery. The batter is then steamed before cooking it. Another recipe uses the same ingredients but jaggery is replaced by salt. The dish is then served with unmelted butter. This year, Karadaiyan Nombu falls on 14th March 2022, Monday. The timing is after 7:55 pm before 8:45 pm as per the Srirangam Temple Bhakya Panchanga. Now let's see about Satyavan Savitri's story. Listen to it carefully. Later we will discuss about the hidden meaning behind the story. King Ashwapati of Madura was childless for over 18 years before he received a boon of a radiant daughter from goddess Savitri. When she grew up and reached the age of marriage, she did not get any suitor for her marriage. So King Ashwapati asked her to find a husband for herself. After traveling across distant lands, holy shrines and ashrams, offering her prayers, she came across a fallen royal king who was old and blind. Living with his wife and son, Satyavan, the young prince, known for his generosity, chopped wood and sold it in the countryside to bring food for his parents. Savitri fell in love with him and knew that her search was finally over. Knowing that Savitri has chosen a life partner, King Ashwapati was very happy till the moment sage Narad informed him about the fate of Satyavan, that he was cursed to die within a year from that day. Knowing this, the king tried to change his daughter's mind and make her choose someone else, but Savitri was so stubborn in her decision. Finally, the king had to give in, and the wedding took place with a lot of fanfare. The couple returned to the forest, and a whole year went happily. On the last day of the year, after finishing her puja, Savitri requested Satyavan, who was going into the forest to cut woods, to take her along. After getting Savitri seated on soft green leaves under a tall tree, Satyavan chopped wood while she waved flowers into a garland. In the afternoon, he felt a heavy headache, as if his head had been beaten by someone. Savitri asked him to lay down with his head on her lap while she took care of him. In the meantime, the forest grew dark. Due to the boon she received from goddess Gauri for her puja, Savitri saw the tall figure of Yama, the god of death, standing in front of her. I have come to take your husband, said Yama. As Satyavan's soul left his body, when Yama was about to leave, Savitri rushed forward and pleaded him to take her along or give back the life of Satyavan. But Yama did not accept to either of the requests. Seeing that she was not going back and instead was following him, Yama granted her three boons, except for Satyavan's life. Savitri first asked for her father-in-law to get back his sight and his lost kingdom. Second, she wished for her father to have 100 children. Lastly, she asked for 100 children for her and her husband. When Yama said that it could be done, Savitri asked how she was supposed to have her children without her husband and begged him to give back his life. Left with no other choice, Yama gave in and Satyavan came back to life. Once he woke up from his stupor, Satyavan and Savitri walked back home. Meanwhile, Satyavan's father, Dushmatsena, regained his eyesight. Savitri recalled the story to Satyavan and his parents. As they were rejoicing, Dushmatsena's minister arrived with the news of the death of his usurper. Happy at the turn of events, the king and his entourage returned the kingdom. Now, pause the video for a moment and guess what all the information is hidden in this story. Now, let's see the hidden message from the story. There is a subtle hint hidden in the story for those who look for marriage astrology. When a woman blessed with the Dirka Sumangli traits to marry someone, a man who has a short life, these traits of hers save her husband's life. The right of a woman to choose her husband has been given since ancient times. It is important to know on what basis Savitri chooses Satyavan. She chooses by the way he cares for his mother and father, the agility, the way he copes with this difficult situation, the courage to cut down a tree in the forest to protect his family despite being a prince, and his masculinity, beauty, and radiance. When she loved him, she did not know about his future life. She did not change her mind even when she came to know about it. Fasting is this determination. This is very important for women. There are subtle things that a woman should consider when choosing a husband in this story. In today's situation, women who are determined will be able to set their own future. There is another subtle message in this. Once the marriage is over, she could have lived a comfortable royal life with her husband in her father's kingdom. But she went along with her husband and lived a simple life in the forest. This shows her determination, the courage, and the maturity to face the situation. This mentality is more necessary than Savitri's fasting for the family run without any problems. Fate is a game that is fallen upon us. To follow it as it is one kind of play, while trying to turn it over and win it wisely is another. The problem is a fate we have to face, and the way to solve it is Mati. Savitri's way of winning the fate with wisdom and intelligence is the example that determination and desire will make things come true. The four qualities needed to succeed in each person's life are told in this story. Determination decides action, trying to prevent suffering, persevere in the endure, and continue until the fulfillment. A woman should take care of her home, both birthhouse and in-laws house, without discrimination, by her efforts, actions, and thoughts. In this story, Savitri helps her in-law regain his health and lost kingdom, along with the life of her husband. She requests for children for her father, taking care of both the families. Lastly, Nombu or Virat is not made of materials but of purpose and determination. May the butter and rice made out of car or cheese bring you joy. May you live happily with your husband for long. Happy Karadaiyan Nombu.